All right, everybody. This is Joe De La Torre with Fuck Around and Find Out podcast. We're doing a special edition today with these lovely ladies that are going to be in the frame in a second. I'm going to be doing this podcast called the No BS Entrepreneur Podcast, where we're going to talk about a couple of topics. I will definitely, I'll just say them now. We're going to talk about your only competition is with yourself. Do relationships cause a distraction in your business? And then the last one is, why is time management the most critical element to building your empire? So first, what I'd like to do is introduce the ladies, and we'll start with Andrea. And obviously, we're missing April Star, but we'll talk to her later. Go ahead, Andrea.
Hi, my name is Andrea.
Andrea, sorry. Go ahead. No, but tell us a little about yourself. I'm sorry, I didn't go into detail. Yeah, your name is Andrea. What do you do? All that good stuff. Sorry
My
about
name
that.
is Andrea. I'm a wedding officiant, a notary public, and a loan signing agent.
Okay. And Desiree.
My name is Desiree Tinajero, and I am a wedding officiant and notary for multi-states.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Anna, aka Aha.
My name is Anna, and I am a wedding officiant, notary public, chaplain, real estate services, and DMV services.
Okay. All right. Good, good, good. Thank you. And of course, the one and only Jennifer.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I hate this question every single time because I have a lot.
You don't like your elevator speech?
I just, it depends on what audience I'm speaking to, right?
Right.
So I am the director of Illinois Media School for Career Services. I'm also in radio. I also am a real estate investor. I also am a coach, a recent published author. So I do a lot.
Don't forget also.
Oh, what else? No, don't throw something. Don't throw a curveball at me.
Don't forget also. All right. So the first of all, I appreciate all you ladies for getting on the podcast with me. It was originally only supposed to be me, April Star, and Andrea. And then Andrea invited you too. And then, of course, I invited Jennifer because she's got the hookup with
Because I got the school.
Yeah, I was going to say you got the school and she's got the two guys that can help us out. So let's first talk about the first thing. And you guys, obviously, one thing that you guys didn't say is how long you've been in business. I think maybe, Jennifer, you might have said that a little bit. But let's do that real quick. How long have you been in business?
So I've been a notary public for over 5 years and loan signing agent.
Okay.
A wedding officiant I've been since 2024.
Okay. And you?
I've been a wedding officiant for 4 years and a notary public for 1.
All right. Beautiful.
I've been a notary public since 2014. Wedding officiant, I think, about 5 years. DMV services, 3 years. Chaplain, 8 years.
Okay.
Wow. So I've been an entrepreneur for the last 20 years. Definitely been public speaking for about 20 years. I had a store. I used to run a store. So I've always been an entrepreneur, but for sure coaching since 2018. And then real estate, I've been doing it for the last 4 years.
Okay. And so obviously I should probably introduce myself, even though everybody that watches me kind of knows. But if you don't know yet, I've been in business since 2001. I got fired from my job. So I started my first company, was running a sales organization, a sales company, and then selling fire extinguishers. And you guys are selling stuff that's way more exciting than fire extinguishers. Then I got out of that and I started like recruiting people on MySpace, went to Facebook. I was posting a lot more motivational stuff and people were like, "Oh, you're a life coach?" I'm like, "A life coach? What's a life coach?" It's a made up term. So then I basically started doing seminars. So I don't know, you guys probably never been to my seminars. Jennifer might have been to one of my seminars if you knew about me then, but I did seminars for about, I want to say 5 years. And we did maybe 100 something events in Chicago, everything from little events to masterminds to 2-day events, whatnot. And I just got burned out. Right. So I would love to do them again. I talked to Jennifer about that. Like we should do an event again because I would love to bring people together and I was pretty good at it. But again, it is a lot of work to run seminars and run events. I'm trying to think, but I've done all kinds of businesses, right? Yeah. So the first thing but one thing I always say, and this is for dating and for business, is that my only competition is with myself. Like I'm not trying to compete with nobody. I don't even think about what other people do in the industry. And when it comes to competition with yourself, what do you guys think that means? Anybody can go first.
So I've always said that, even in my coaching, right? I used to be a swim coach actually when I was in college, and one of the biggest things, and I was a swimmer. So one of the biggest things that I was taught was you don't compete because you would think you're competing against the person next to you in the next lane.
Right.
No, you're competing against your time. So that we don't really even look at the people next to us when you're swimming, right? So since then, that concept's always went with me everywhere I go. So
Okay. And there's no right or wrong answer. So when it comes to your number one competition is yourself, what does that mean to you, Anna?
Uh, for me, is being better than I was yesterday.
Okay.
I like in myself, like I had, for example, I had only like 5 jobs through my whole life. Um, I worked 14 years as a dental assistant and X-ray technician, and I was happy to do that because actually that helped me to raise my kids. But I never wanted to work for somebody all my life.
I love that. Love that energy.
And my main goal was to prove my kids that we can change things. We don't have to depend on government or nothing like that. So that was my biggest competition, was to become better than I was yesterday and be in a better place than I was yesterday.
Okay.
Prove my kids they can do it.
I love that. All right. Andrea, what does it mean when you hear the quote, your only competition is with yourself? Because right now you guys have competition, right? At least you guys think you do. Other people that do what you guys do, right? Or other women or men that do the business you do. But what does it mean when you hear the quote, your competition is only with yourself?
Well, first looking in the mirror every single day and choosing to just push yourself and fighting, I would say, the demon saying, you can't do it, or this person is better than you. You got to choose to block all that negative, all those words, all those people that are just intertwining in your mind. Just remove that and just choose to stick your head out there, learn, grow, expand. And there is no competition in my mind, to be honest.
I love that.
There's
Okay.
none.
Okay. Desiree.
I think entrepreneurship changed the way I look at competition.
Okay.
Because I think when you work a 9 to 5, you're trying to get that one position, right?
Right.
And when you work for yourself, then you're able to see there's no competition but yourself.
Yeah.
Because like she said, on the hard days, that's literally the hardest part, is just getting up and being like, okay, I'm going to do business today for
Okay.
myself.
So what do you guys think of this statement? So when you're in the corporate world, right? You guys know it's like a jungle, kind of like you were saying, like going for the same job. But when you're in the corporate world, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? But in the business world, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. So when I talk about competition, I don't think about people that are doing what I'm doing, because they're never going to do it like me. They're never, like a lot of people be like, oh, be careful what you say online, or, things you do, people are going to steal from you. But I seen the CEO of 7-Eleven maybe like 10 years ago, and he says, don't ever worry about people stealing your ideas. They're too lazy to implement it, right? And at the end of the day, people that think that they're competing with me, I'm not competing with them, so I really don't care what they're doing. And if anything, I see a lot of people copying what I do, right? Or they're basically secretly talking about me. And so like back in the day when I was doing the seminars, I had a lot of competition. Everybody was mad and everyone was basically talking bad about our seminar, because people stopped going to their seminars because they would come to ours. Because I never did the motivational thing. I was straight, no BS, straight to the point, telling it how it is. Almost a little offensive, because that's what we talk about in Chicago. We from Chicago, we keep it real. We keep it 100. We don't fake it till we make it. We just run it, right? So what else? Have you guys give me a story, any of you, that somebody that was maybe possibly your competition that might have done something to try to kind of ruin your business? You don't have to say any names unless you want to. I'll say the names. Any stories?
Of anybody trying to
Anybody
ruin-
that's trying to like compete with you, but you're not competing with them, but they think they're competing with you. Like a story. Okay, go ahead, Anna.
I have one lady who actually, like last month, we went out and dinner, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, I am an authority now," and I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
good for you,
Yeah.
congratulations!" And she said, "Yeah, but I don't know how I'm getting leads," and like, how do
Was she trying to ask you how to get
what
leads?
do you mean you don't know how you get leads? And she's like, yeah, I don't know. You know, they're contact me. But she's lying. You know, something deep inside, you know, like, you know, but I wanted to check her, not because she's my competition.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of fact that I hate when they're lying.
Yeah.
Because there's no point to lying.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a line. For her, it's a competition, you know? For
Yeah.
me, she's not a competition. She's somebody who's lying.
Yeah.
So I went and I searched, and of course, she opened Google 1 year ago. So she
Oh.
became notary 1 year ago.
And never told you?
No. She said that she just got it last week. But she was copying all my information.
Oh, so she was trying to steal what you were doing.
Yeah. So she was copying all my information. And so I told her, like, you know, I was like, oh, congratulations. And she's like, so are you going to teach me how do you do the things? And I was like, if I see potential on you, of course.
Right, right.
But if I don't see potential on you, so then, you know, I'm not going to waste my time. So for her, that was a competition. For me, it was just somebody who didn't have to lie.
There was a company down the street. They used to be called Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle. I used to be a business advisor for them and help them recruit people for their company. And they did seminars and things like that. Let me tell you something. These people, they stole my information. They stole my ideas. So like one of the ideas that I had was Stop Chasing Customers. That's the name of my company currently, right? Stop Chasing Customers advertisement firm, because I think most business owners, that's what they do. They be chasing customers, looking for people, constantly grinding, right? Hunting and killing what they eat, right? Or eating what they kill. And then I remember I had this company called Smash Media, and our slogan was, our mission is to smash your competition, choke them into submission until they tap out. Well, what did these people do? They went and created a whole seminar called Smash Your Competition, and they used the Incredible Hulk. And I had to like message these people and tell them that I'm going to sue you if you don't stop stealing my ideas. So I consider it a compliment, but it's an insult, because I'm like, yo, if you're going to steal my idea, at least pay me, right? Give me the money. Any other idea? Anything, Jennifer, you never experienced that? Some kind of competition?
I mean, I've had people always come at me and try to steal my ideas.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll play devil's advocate. I'm competitive as hell, right?
Yeah.
So like I always like, not that I'm stealing no one's ideas, but I want to be better than you.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be arrogant and say it. And I usually am better. So like I'm just saying, like when I put events together, but it's because I think when I do something, I want to do it at excellent, right? So it's not like, you know, I do it because I want to do it good and I want to be the best. And even my students can tell me, like, I'm like, no, it's a service. Like we're trying to do something for somebody. We need to stand out. We need to show out, right? Like, but I don't do nothing nasty in that sense, right? But I am definitely competitive. I mean, I play sports all my life. You know, I'm a tomboy. Like,
Well, I don't know if have you guys ever had your Facebook accounts reported? No. So this is my 30-second Facebook account. How many times my Facebook has been reported because of the things I would say, the things I talk about, and it was a lot of the competition, right? And then I remember I made a response video to them, and the guy that runs it, he immediately calls me. He's like, "Why are you posting stuff about my business?" I said, "Somebody on your team is messing with my social." And as soon as I did that video and I took it down, I never had problems with my social ever again. So I knew it was him, right? But it was like, what I don't understand about the competition thing, you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. We're not competing. Some people are going to like Jennifer. Some people are going to like you, right? Most people are not going to like me, but some people are going to like me, right? And they're going to say, oh, I want to work with her, or I want to work with him. So, but I feel like people, they get really territorial. Chicago's a big market, so I'm not afraid, you know?
I have actually a good story. Sorry to interrupt. I remember I had a networking event and I invited a woman that was also putting conferences to my networking event. And I remember guys are super competitive, right? Naturally, men are competitive. And I remember this one guy who was my friend comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, your competitor's here." I was like, who's my competitor? And he was like, this girl. And I was like, I invited her. What do you mean she's my competition? So I think sometimes people will purposely try to instigate and make you feel like you're competing. But I was like, dude, I'm supporting her and she's supporting me. So I never get nasty.
It's all in their head.
Yeah, it's in their head. And men,
I ain't competing with you.
But I don't know about you, Joe, but men naturally are competitive in nature.
This is why I don't work with men, because every time I've tried to work with a man in the seminar business, either they would start fights with other people that are speaking, or they would hit on every woman that's in the event.
Yeah, we talked
And I
about
was
that.
like, yo, man, like, this is why men, yes, eventually, like, if I work with a man and I have him on my team, unless they're younger, eventually they're going to try to like outrank me or out compete with me, right? Or try to like make me look like they're better. At the end of the day, I'm not competing with you because I'm me, you, man. And if you think that I care, I don't. So yeah, I've definitely experienced it many times. Anything else you guys can think about when it comes to your competition?
Well,
Is there anything you want to tell them?
I can add something kind of to that relating. So basically, when people come and reach out to me and they ask me, "Oh, how do you become a notary?" and then I actually tell them, "This is how you do it," and they don't even do it. So I'm like, "Why are you asking?" I literally
Yeah.
don't like to gatekeep, but being like that's why I say there's no competition because they're not gonna do what I've done. They're not gonna
Mhm.
with all the obstacles that I've been through in my life that made me even start my own business.
Right.
People will not do it. You
You-
will sit there and tell them do 1, 2, 3, 4, and
They ain't
they
gonna do
won't.
it.
You will give them like Desiree. They asked how to become a wedding officiant. I literally gave them Desiree's flyer that she gave me to give. Have they reached out?
No.
because they don't want to pay me.
Yeah, you know
So
what?
it's like you gotta pay to learn to invest in you gotta invest in yourself if you want to be better.
When me and Jennifer did the podcast a couple weeks ago, one of the things that we talked about, the same thing you guys are saying, we call those people assholes. You know what an asshole is? Where they ask you for advice, but they never take it. So yeah, I stopped giving
That's
advice to assholes because I can give you the whole blueprint. You're still not gonna do it.
Just send them a flyer
Yeah.
with your cost.
Yeah.
And they go away really quickly.
Yeah.
And I understand they might not have the money now, but at least reply and say, you know what, I'm working to it. I'll get back to you when I have it.
Right. No, but you know what?
But I mean, we built our businesses from the ground up. So
Literally, I chose.
We're
sorry,
not
go ahead.
going to give free information either.
Right. No, exactly. Well, like since I was in the seminar world, you guys will like this. We were taught, or this is what the professionals would teach us, is that teach them what to do, just don't teach them how to do it. That's why they hire you. So if you're going to do like a marketing piece, you can tell people exactly what to do, right? Just don't show them how to do it because then they have to come to you because they're like, okay, I like what he's saying. I like what she's saying. So if I do this, I'm going to be good, right? But don't give them the how to because that's what they hire you for, right? So there's no problem with telling people what to do because they're not going to do it anyways because then they lazy. So the reason why I went from seminars to more consulting and more like doing the stuff for them and doing Facebook advertising is because most people I would teach 2-day seminars on how to build their brand on social media and they wouldn't do none of it.
Right.
Not one thing. So then I started doing advertisement because now I'm going to do it all for them. I used to create websites because I'm going to do it for them. They're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. And then I can show them how to use it. Right. So the reason why I went into advertisement also is because it doesn't require nothing from the person. They can just get the leads and just talk to the leads and sell them versus having to do anything. Right. Most people right now on social media that are selling online, which you guys might experience this, is they're basically doing a lot of messaging, right? Messenger. A lot of posts. Real estate agents do this. Jennifer's probably done this where you take a nice photo with your arms crossed and then you post like a whole house in the flyer and saying, "Hi, I'm Jennifer. I sell houses."
Straps. Excuse you.
Yeah. Wait, hey, you say you post thirst traps?
I'm just
That
joking.
works. Yeah, that works.
No, I'm just joking. Not really, but you know.
Not really. No,
But
if she
I
says not
mean,
really,
I'm
that
not
means
a
she
real
probably
estate
does.
agent, so it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people do. Unfortunately, some real estate agents have to put themselves out in that manner because they feel like that's how they're going to get
Yep.
business. I'm an investor. I'm buying properties. I'm flipping. I'm rehabbing. So I'm doing like a little more heavy hitting over there.
Oh, flip, game over. Got it. So hey, I want to say hello to everybody that's watching. I see people commenting. April Stars said, brah. Yoli Cruz said, hello, everyone. Yoli Cruz also said, how's everyone doing? So yeah, people are commenting and I will make sure I read them off if they have a question. So anybody that's watching live or repeat, you can ask the question and we will either answer on live on the podcast or we will answer it later when we're by ourselves or whatever. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic then. This one is going to be good because this is something that I see a lot of. Do relationships become a distraction when you're building a business? And I'm talking about girlfriends. I'm talking about husbands. I'm talking about wives.
Oh my
I'm talking
God.
about.
You're gonna
all
hit
of
some
them.
nerves.
Whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa,
You're gonna
whoa.
hit some nerves.
So check this out. This is a good one. We used to say this at the seminar. How many of you guys consider yourself? How many of you guys have ever met a very negative person? Raise your hand.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, right?
Sure.
How many of you ever met someone that's so negative that when they walk into a dark room, they develop.
What do
You guys catch that?
They develop.
They walk into a dark room and they develop. They negative. They're like a photo. You walk, dark room. That's where you develop.
She's
Or
younger.
Oh, okay. No. Here's the best part
I
though.
understand because I used to do X-ray technician and we
Yeah.
used to develop
That's
the films
funny.
and the.
Now, those weren't the controversial question. The controversial question, while everybody's raising their hand, is how many of you guys live with them? And then their hand like, oh, yeah. Keep the hand up because you live. If you were married to somebody or you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they have to be entrepreneurs too. Because if they're not, they're trying to wonder why you always taking up all their time and you always out, you always doing things, why you're never home. They never understand that. But now tell me what you guys think about this statement. As entrepreneurs, we get to work half days. We just got to decide which 12 hours. You guys get it?
Or
Yes.
24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, we don't sleep.
We don't sleep.
No, entrepreneurs don't sleep.
No.
We got nothing better to do. So can you be with somebody that's not an entrepreneur?
Sometimes we are like at 12, 1 a.m., 11 p.m., like texting the three of us, like about business, how to do this, how we can
Right,
implement
plotting.
and we talk like Sundays, Saturdays, Fridays, like we have no life.
Yeah.
I'm literally waking up to business, going to the bathroom, looking at business, talking on the phone about business,
Yeah.
emails about business, and I'm like, I love it though.
I think she does. I think this girl
I
right here
really
does
love it.
videos in the bathroom. She does TikToks in the bathroom. We just never know.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere, as long as there's something good to talk about.
I mean, I think it depends on the spouse, right? And I think that's why that the person that you marry is a very critical partner, right? Because if you marry the wrong person that doesn't understand that lifestyle, it could be detrimental to your business, right? Can they not be an entrepreneur? I'm sure there's some. Like, I mean, there's guys that have told me, like, I'll be your cheerleader. It's like, but I don't know if you're saying this now, but I don't know if that's really what you could do, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think also culturally in the Latino culture, because most predominantly we're Hispanic, right? Men are a little bit more machista in the Latino culture. So
I like how
they
you call it machista, not machismo.
machismo,
It's like
machista,
sensitive, right?
You know,
There's sissies.
I don't know. I
Okay.
think they a lot of them culturally would like their woman to be more at home. And I'm sharing this because I got divorced because me and my husband didn't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
My ex-husband.
Yeah.
So that
I would say that's
literally-
part of the divorce for me too.
Yeah, because I was such an entrepreneur and
Mhm.
he wasn't, and he didn't understand, like, why do you have to go to do this? Why do you have to do that? Why can't
Right.
you be here? So that
Yeah.
was one of our biggest setbacks.
Right. I think it can work, but I don't see it possible. But go ahead.
I think not just the Latinos. I've been with Eastern people from Europe.
You love
and it's the
Europeans,
same,
apparently.
and it's the same thing. You know, it's
I got
like
it.
they like to be the providers,
Mhm.
and when they see a woman like us who are like independent and we do everything and we don't need to wait for them, it's just a fact of a man mind, like
Yeah.
a mind for men. It doesn't matter where they're from.
Okay.
Mentality.
Okay, so you think it's all men.
It's just a mentality. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I know that now being very mindful of like, I need the person to be entrepreneurial. Like the person that's like a non-negotiable for me, because then if they understand my lifestyle, I'll understand their lifestyle.
So Dina Santos says, but there is why many entrepreneurs stay within a very tight circle. Relationships can be distracting and even hurtful. She says that to have a romantic partner who understands a business mindset is rare, but it would require at the minimum someone who has their own personal interests and have an emotional maturity to accept the demands of a business-oriented partner. What do you guys think about that statement? Thank you for the comment, Dina. I think she's right, but at the same time, I feel like people try to force it, if that makes sense. Like I even on my Facebook dating profile, when I was on there, I posted, if you're an entrepreneur, that's a plus, because I know how it is. If I'm always doing business, she's going to be jealous or always wondering where I'm at and why am I never there. But like, if I was with somebody or in a relationship, I don't mind bringing them to every event, everything I do. I want them there. Right. And so like what Jennifer was saying at the end. So how I knew that it was not going to last with my marriage is because I was being invited to some high-end like events, charity events. And I would tell the mother of my children to come with, and she didn't want to. I was like, what? Like any other woman would be like, I'm going, because they had we had it at a hangar with planes and nice cars and celebrities were there. She didn't want to go. So that's when I knew like she no longer supports me in my business venture. She'll take the money, but she don't want nothing, everything that comes with it,
Of
right?
course.
Right. So now, not only because I know now she's dating someone that's not an entrepreneur, she's dating someone that works, right, for a living. So we just went separate ways, right?
And that's sometimes okay.
That's fine.
Like, and that's fine. And I think that's where
We
like,
outgrow each other.
what you outgrow. And if they want a simple lifestyle, there's nothing wrong with that. Just understanding that you guys are not compatible anymore, right?
Yeah.
But then at the same token, you got to make sure that if you are with an entrepreneur, you're okay with that lifestyle too. Like you
Yeah.
can't, it can't be a double standard. Like
Yeah,
you
they'll
need
lie
to-
and say they are.
You need to make sure that if you're going to marry an entrepreneur, be with an entrepreneur, you're okay with that
I
entrepreneur lifestyle.
I don't know if you know this, Jennifer. Men lie.
Men lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll tell you
you're
anything
telling
that
me
you need
that?
to hear. Oh, baby, I'm gonna support everything you do. Like I love everything you do. And
Well,
then
that's
one
why-
one month in, oh, where you at?
Well,
Oh, you was not-
no, that's why I said that comment. Like
Yeah.
they said they'll be your cheerleader, but
Right.
like, really, will you be a cheerleader?
Nah, they lying their ass off.
I think now too, a lot of men are carrying their feminine energy, not a masculine energy.
Oh
Woo!
my God, yes.
Wait, say this again.
Yes.
Time out.
Fireball,
that's
fireball.
true.
Time in the
Like,
field.
you know,
Wait, say that again.
Most of the men carry a feminine energy, not a masculine energy.
Okay, I'm gonna
Very
say.
I have a
Okay.
question. When they, they ask me,
You're
"Oh,
calling
you're
me feminine?
picky." I said, "I'm not picky.
Damn. she called me
I'm not
feminine, bro.
picky. I am a woman who is strong, who's independent,
Uh-huh.
who can do and go everywhere by myself that I don't depend on men.
Is it?
So for me, for me, a man has to be in 100% masculine energy
Mhm, mhm.
for me to be in 100% feminine.
Oh, here we
energy.
go. Hey, you got the
But-
two gentlemen that are watching that are doing
But
the
there's,
backs of the scenes. They're gonna like this
No.
one. This is for them. This is for them.
like if I'm going
The-
to
okay.
okay,
Hold
like,
on.
let's-
Hold
one
the
example.
phone.
If
Okay.
I'm going to a restaurant,
I hear
right?
what you're saying.
And they're like
I-
50-50.
You could explain it all you want.
No.
I still already gonna say it. So at the end of the day, what women keep saying, "Oh, I will completely be in my feminine when I find the right masculine man." That's what the women say, right? That's like me saying, "Hey, ladies, I'm in my feminine right now. I'll be in my masculine when I find the right woman." You either in your feminine or you in your masculine. And if you're a woman that's in your masculine, guess what you're going to attract? Feminine
Feminine
men.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you need to take it back a notch. We know you're independent. We know that you're a strong woman and you're ready to take on the world. But if you want to attract a man that's masculine, he does not want to be with a masculine woman. Why would he want to date a man? He wants to be with a feminine woman, one that's soft and gentle.
And I think it's hard for women because sometimes if they're single moms,
Yeah.
they have to operate in masculine
I'm not
energy,
disagreeing with
right?
you.
No, and I'm
They're
agreeing
forced.
exactly with
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying. You're forced, so sometimes women don't know when to turn it off and turn it on.
Well, Dina Santos agrees with Anna.
No, it's absolutely right. And then us being entrepreneurs, we've said this on the show when I interviewed you. You gotta
Yeah.
hunt. That's a masculine energy.
Yeah.
You are hunting for business, so you are looking for clients. You are teaching. That's a masculine energy.
Right.
So I mean, in the coaching, you could be a little bit more nurturing. Right here in the school, I could be a little bit more nurturing with my students. So maybe I could be more in my feminine. But just knowing when you have to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah.
And
There's
See-
a big difference.
That's what I had trouble with because for 15 years of my life, I was forced to be a masculine man. I was moody,
Masculine
angry.
energy.
I wanted things my way. I'm
Well,
like
that's
this,
feminine.
that. No, like, no, like I was paying all the bills that led
Yeah,
me
you were
to be
you were-
stressed out. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
was the one paying light, gas, water.
What was the
da-da.
guy doing? Was he at least cleaning the house?
He was in his feminine.
Doing his
Yeah,
dishes?
Yeah, he
So
was in his
then,
feminine.
so then I had to cut that off. So it's like realizing your worth and value, and like she said, it's a switch. You got to turn off, and you got to like literally love yourself
Mhm.
to the core to be feminine again. And here and there, I try to go that way, but I'm like, no. I want to be a feminine. I gotta love myself. Smell good.
No, but I agree
You
with
know?
Anna though. I agree with her in the sense of
I don't agree with Anna.
no. Let me share this. Let me share this. When I started,
ahead.
and I think I shared this in my book in my chapter.
My mom says, I understand I like a masculine man, but to a certain point, Ma, you masculine. You'll beat up a dude. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
Lord.
it, Ma.
But
What's
when
up, Amber?
I was around one of my good friends, and I remember I always felt like I felt dumb. And I remember I always felt like a little girl. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, why do I feel like this? And he would say, I'm not going to let you be the masculine energy here. I was like, oh. Okay. I was allowed to turn off my brain. And that's when I knew that's when I understood that the energy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this exists. Like I was like, this is really nice that you could turn off your brain. And I wasn't aware in the moment.
Well, I'll agree with Anna is that, yes, you're right. There's a lot of men that are not being men, where the men's supposed to be the protector, the provider. He's supposed to be the peace. He's supposed to be the one that's leading the household. He's supposed to have the ideas, the vision, the dream, right? But I work with women because women are the fastest growing demographic when it comes to business. Hispanic women even faster. So there's like this transition right now where women, they realize I can make money. I could be independent. I don't really need a man for money, right? So then if you don't need a man for money, what would you need a man for? Oh my God. What's the answer?
You already know.
That's it. Hey, so that's all you're good for, bro.
No.
She's sending you home after. Like, get your ass out of a house.
I mean, I appreciate a masculine man because even in the industry that I'm in the real estate side, there's times there's like I would sit there, especially as a single mom, like I don't want to do this, right? Like it's a lot of work and a lot of pressure that men have to be providers, to go out. And if you maybe you guys get it or don't get it, it's so stressful. I'm like, I don't think women are built to carry this level of stress. We were really not. And that's when I said, I was joking around on our show, on the show that I did. And I was like, I just want to be home and bake cookies sometime. Like, can I just bake? Can I just chill? Like,
yeah, I posted that because of her.
And sometimes I think like women going to work has been like the biggest scam. Like,
let me tell you something right now.
Like,
me personally, I don't want my woman working at all. I don't want her to do anything. Now, if she has a business, I'll be her number one, like marketer, like business alliance. I will be promoting it. I'll do everything for that business. Right. So like when I was married, she had her own business called Nice Girls Finish Last. And I would help her get clients and I would help her.
That was your wife?
Yeah.
Stop it.
You knew that?
I know. No, I know who that is.
Oh, you know who it is? Yeah.
She's actually pretty. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My kids are beautiful though. Anyways, but yes, with her, like, cause she has a business, right? But like, I would never want to be with a girl that works. Like if you working, you don't have to. Like, just, I got everything. You just do whatever you want to do. Like, help me. If anything, like what the mother of my children did for me, she would collect the money. She would talk to the people once I made the sale. So she would make sure to make the payment arrangements with them. So that was like her role in the business. She did a lot of the back of the scenes, right? I was more upfront, more in the bit, talking to people, more doing the videos and stuff like that. But eventually she started her own thing called Nice Girls Finish Last. And yeah, for me personally, that's just me. I'm an old school thinker. So I don't think my woman has to work. Like, I don't want her to be stressed out about nothing.
And that's great. Like, that's masculine energy that allows a woman to, like, I've heard men say that, like, he should take care of all the bills, take care of everything. And if you want to work or if you want to run a business, that's you know, but he should still take care of everything. And that to me, I was like, this is a concept I've never heard of, right?
Yeah, no, run it. Like for me, yes, I would want my woman to find a business that she wants to do and run it.
They want the woman to look pretty.
Yeah.
They don't want to do the expenses on the
Whoa. Depends on what we're talking about.
All of that is expensive.
Oh, yeah, I know this. I have a daughter, so trust me, I know this already.
How old is
she? She's 16.
They want to have a pretty woman, but they don't want to invest in the woman.
Yeah. So now they got to invest in your hair, your nails, your all that.
I think if you're married, I don't think
there's no like separate accounts if you're married, right?
Yeah, I think married is like you guys are together, you guys are working together. It's all joint, right? Mm-hmm. I think nowadays I keep hearing people say like, I've heard like women say like pay for my nails or pay for my hair, pay for my clothes to go on a date, and I'm like, you should be doing that.
So women are saying what men are good for is cutting the grass, fluffing my pillow. What the hell? Look, so what is the purpose of a man?
Wait, no, throwing out the trash. That was one of my biggest that was one of my biggest pet peeves. Like when I was married, I was like, I am not touching the trash, dude. Yeah. You throw that out. That's your job, right? And like fix the car.
Changing the light bulbs.
Yeah, change the light bulbs. Even to this day, like sometimes I'll be running, my car will still be like with the engine light on because I'm like, damn it, I gotta fix
So I have a question. Like, why do you guys think that? Because I'm a true believer that when I talk to a woman, I talk to more women than I do men. And women usually, when they tell me their whole story, it usually ends with a man screwing them somehow or screwing up their whole life. But it is a fact that women will be in poverty. 7 out of 10 women will be in poverty at some point in life, and it has a lot to do with divorce, right? Because they weren't prepared what happens after divorce. That's why I do another pod with these ladies called Life After Divorce, because it's something that no one talks about. Like women, I understand, then women have to become masculine, and you guys got to become independent, and you got to like take care of yourself. So then you get kind of aggressive. And now you kind of think like men, like, what do I need you for? Like, okay, take it easy. Do you want to be single or you want a man? Like, and I know that a lot of men are not doing their part. I get this. Yes, I get
this generation is very different from back then. Like my dad, for example.
So these guys over here.
I look at him like a I don't. So long story, my dad raised 6 women, partially 2 men by himself.
Okay, hold on.
So so when I look at my dad and I look at men today, not all, I don't know all men, but I see a big difference because most men are not ready to even take care of the person they're with. You know, neither the kids, they can't afford it. Kids want to go out. Kids want to, enjoy themselves. The wife wants to go on a date. And when that is not getting taken care of, guess what the wife is going to do? She's either going to get tired of you. Some cheating is going to happen. They're not going to value each other. Sancho? You know, it all happens.
No.
No, it's just.
Is that a term that you all use? Sancho. I need a Sancho. My man ain't cut it.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to split their way.
This is a thing too. Okay. You have something?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
what about if you're married for the second time and then you already have that fear of divorce and you just want to be masculine because you're like, if this
I'm just going to deal with it.
like I'm just gonna always be prepared.
For the worst, right? Yeah.
Let me just tell you something. Well, first of all, when it comes to divorce, 83% of divorces are initiated by women. This is facts. And when it comes to like what you just
by women because of
initiated,
right?
Women cannot ever take accountability.
No, why we get tired and we're done? That's what we take the initiative.
So the man, maybe he was tired. He's just too lazy to follow the paperwork.
Well, men usually are very complacent and they will just deal with it. It's harder for a man to end a relationship. But women, one
woman said never join accounts.
They'll do it. You know, women are because they're tired of it.
Women break up with their men like a year, 2 years out. They already know I'm done with this dude, but how do I get out of here?
No, because when woman breaks with a man, it's because they already give so many chances.
Absolutely,
they
that's what you say.
So many chances. Men may have taken for granted. And they think we're not going nowhere.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just talking trash.
You guys are not disagreeing. You guys are saying the same thing, actually.
No, but what I'm saying, you're right. Okay, so women initiated, and I posted it one time. I said, hey, 83% of all divorces are initiated by women who's really not committed, ladies. And I thought I was going to get killed, right? And I got a bunch of like, he was mentally abusive. He cheated on me. He didn't do a lot of things. So what I realized, what I learned from that was that men are not honoring their commitment, right? I heard this before. It's a little offensive, but men will sell you the dream to get in between. At the end of the day, they're just going to sell you it. But then a lot of times you figure out quick, he sold me this dream, but I don't see it coming to fruition. So I agree with you guys, ladies, on that point, that if he's not honoring his thing, then you got to go, right? I get this, right? But then again, back to what I was saying though, the reason why it's never going to work with a masculine woman being with a feminine man, eventually you guys are going to lose respect for him and you're going to not be with him. So why even start it? Go for the masculine man, and the masculine man wants a feminine woman. He does not want a masculine. And I know that's hard for you because you guys are so independent. I know, but can you just be a little soft with the man?
Look, one time I tried to be feminine and he said, you know what? You can quit your job. You can stay at home and I'll take care of you.
And then what happened?
Guess what happened? We're behind on rent. He didn't pay my car note. They totaled my car. When I got my taxes, I had to pay myself my vehicle back.
Is this the same guy you were talking about earlier?
We're not talking about names here.
I know, but I'm saying the same person that you were talking about.
It's just the things that I did. I trusted his word. I believed in him, and that's where it got me. And I said, the next time if I get, I won't speak no more.
Okay. I
don't go too much.
Okay, so like
the same thing for me, and so that's what I, had to be strong. I had to work. I had to create all these ideas, work as many jobs and have as many certifications. I'm able to go into the office. I'm able.
Are you married now?
Drive.
Are you married right now? No.
Yes, no.
What I mean, are you official? You're married?
I am.
You're married?
Yes. No.
I was gonna say. Wait a minute. You talking about the
We'll
other
never
guy? Yeah.
know.
So we
Yeah,
know
but
Jennifer's
I'm
not
able
there.
to go, I'm able to be in the office and I'm able to jump in the 18 wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
So then now I think it's even harder because men look at me in the 18 wheel truck, semi truck, and they're like,
I mean, at the end of the day, I would assume this is a question to all of you, and then we can move on to the next topic. But at the end of the day, you all would want a true masculine man.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Because the women I talk to on a day, they nuts. They like, no,
I'm
I'm
still-
masculine.
I'm still
was like,
pretty
man,
old.
what's
I'm
wrong with
still
you?
pretty old school and believe in traditional roles.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about the other ladies, but I could speak for myself because
Yeah, yeah.
even I was gonna say something about the dads, right? My dad was till this day,
Mhm.
like he'll be like, okay, I got it. I'll take care of it. Like
Yeah.
the moment that I divorced my ex-husband, my dad stepped in and did a
Yeah.
lot. Like and anything I need, I'll call him. But then I'm like, oh, I gotta stop calling my dad.
Well,
you know,
the last thing I'll say about men is like, yeah, men should court you. They should open the door still. They should have planned dates. They should, if they really wanted you, they do everything right to impress you, to get you to be with them, right? But a lot of times, men will do the bare minimum because women don't require commitment like they used to for them to be in the relationship with them. So that's why they get away with it, because you allow it. If you're not marrying me, why are you guys together? If there's no plan for marriage, why are you still talking to that
why are
guy?
you dating?
Yeah,
that's
why you
what they
dating
say,
him?
Don't
Yep.
do the wifey.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not married already.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why the women need to put their standards up right away when you meet somebody. Like,
Yeah, hand them a
what
resume.
do you want? Yeah, I want this, and if you can't give it to me, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
waste my time?
Give them a list here. If you don't
no,
got
not
this,
a list,
buy.
but just like know your worth and
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
the man what you want.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, yeah. Like it was like, since
But
I've
when you show their standards, and some of them are like, oh, you're too picky, and I'm like, I'm not picky by showing you what my standards.
I mean,
and what I really know
well,
and what I really want.
men are easier. You
Yep.
just gotta look good.
Because-
That's it. That's it. If you
Because-
look good, they don't
because-
care about how much money you make.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't-
they do.
No, only
Because
if you
they
make
pay
more.
less than you,
Exactly.
there's a
That's
big
the only
problem.
right. But if you made nothing, do they care?
Yeah, but if they make less than you,
Oh, of
it's
course
a
not.
big
No, yeah,
problem.
yeah. Especially Latino men. If you, they're for sure. If you make more, I used to, when I was on her show, I was talking about a lot of the women that worked for me back in the day were 18, 25. They all had boyfriends and husbands. They're making like 6-figure incomes while their man's making like $40,000 a year. Never worked. Always made the men mad. They were always jealous. Yeah, yeah. They felt like they weren't a man.
That was one of the biggest problems with my kid's father,
Mhm.
because like 2001, no 2002, he was making 630 every 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and I was making 1,000 every week.
Wow.
I
so
got you.
for him was like, and then at the end, he will go to a bar and spend the money with a friend in one night,
Yeah.
and then he didn't have money. I had to borrow him money, and then every time I asked him for the money, I don't know how he did the accounts, but I
Yeah.
always owe him money.
Can you guys tell me? Can I ask a question before we go on to the next topic? Where do you find these women? I mean, where do you find these men?
They find me.
Do they find you,
And
or
you know
I
what?
mean,
This is what I was
Chicago,
gonna talk
Or
about.
they
I was gonna talk about
stalk you.
mindset too. The old version of me didn't care if you didn't make enough money, because I thought love was, oh, you love somebody for who they are, forget their wallets, forget what they're doing in their life. I would just, you know what I mean? And you cannot
they
live
forgot their
off of-
wallet? Huh? I
That's
love
you
young,
that.
cannot-
one.
that's
That's a good
young
one.
love.
You
Yeah.
cannot
That's young
live-
love, not
Yeah,
old
and it
love.
took me a while
I
to
look at that
realize.
now.
Yeah.
So can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Something that helped me, because I'm really picky. Like I'm so picky. Like I don't like a lot of people. And it's funny because like if I see a man that's interested, like they're like hyenas. Like I could just see them kind of like
Mhm.
circulate around me, but they're just kind of trying to figure out when to shoot their shot. And I'm like, oh, leave me alone, right?
Right.
But I'm The Way to a Superior Man was a book that was recommended to me. Now this book is actually intended for men. It's not
Oh, okay.
intended for women.
Mhm.
But when I read it, it's basically the author was talking about what you look for in a superior man, what a superior man should look like.
Got it.
So
I like
when
that.
when I read that, I read it more to understand the male mindset of what
Yeah.
a superior man should look like, so that when I'm out there looking, I'm looking for those characteristics.
Oh, okay.
You
I
know.
got you. Yeah, I like
So
that. Say the book again.
The Way to a Superior Man. So I
The
always
Way to
suggest,
Superior Man.
yeah, I always suggest that one to a lot of people. I read it. It's really good.
Okay, so the next one and the last topic, and we got probably about 15 minutes on this topic, is time management. It is the most critical thing for me. I'm very strict with my time. Like I don't spend it with people. It's probably why I don't go on dates unless I'm really into that woman. I'm not really gonna take the time to go see her or hang out with her because it's gotta be I gotta see there's possible of a future with her, right? So, but when it comes to time management, I'm pretty strict. I don't like when people are late. I don't like when people call me not on time when we had it scheduled. So like back in the day, I was more strict, and you guys can tell me your things that you do. But like if someone was like 10 minutes late to a meeting, I would just leave. And then they would call me like 20 minutes later, hey, I'm here. And you didn't even message me to
If
tell
they,
me like
if
you're
they
on your
didn't
way.
message you or
No,
anything?
that's what I'm saying. That's why I would leave. And then like, but I'm here. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gone. If they would call me 1 minute late in a phone call, I wouldn't answer, even though I'm there. I'm ready for the phone call. Because when you're working, especially Jennifer knows this, because when you're consulting with people and you're a coach, right, per se, you need to like be teaching them and leading them from the moment you start working with them. But that also has to do with you guys in your business. You need to start leading the clients now, because if you don't, they're going to waste all of your time. They're going to blow you off all the time. They're going to feel no remorse for blowing you off and screwing you on your time. It's the only red flag I have. If somebody wastes my time, that makes me pretty mad. Like I really take it very serious. And that's because I can't get it back. You can steal my money and I can get more money, but you take my time, I can't get that back. So is there any strategies that are things that you guys do to be better at time management, or do you suck at it?
I'm all about my calendar with my time. If it's not on my calendar, then
Was
I'm
this
not-
event on your calendar?
Huh? Yes,
Was
it
okay. Good.
If it's not on my calendar, then it's not happening.
Okay. What do you guys?
I think as a team, we're learning to be a little bit more strict with people.
Yes, because I'm like I give people, so I'm learning more right now from Desiree and Andrea to be more strict with clients, because I was like, okay, it's okay, so I'm wasting my time, and our our time is money, our time is business, and I deal in plus, Balkan people. That's one thing that you don't work with them. They're like, when are you coming? They say 5 minutes. 5 minutes turn into 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I just asked them like, why 5 minutes? And they're like, well, that sounds better.
Oh my God.
Oh
So like, okay, but this is just people in general, right? If you let people, they will do whatever they want because it's not their time, right? This is why we don't work for a living, because if you think about it, you on that company's time, right? So I remember I was talking to somebody yesterday and she's like, this company don't own me. I'm like, pretty much they do. For $20 an hour, they own your ass. You got to be there. So you got to show up, because if you don't show up, what happens? You're going to get fired. You're going to lose your job. But when it comes to any business, clients, vendors, people, what about phone calls? Do you guys take personal phone calls when you're doing business? Do people call you like a friend when she needs to really talk to you and she wants to get like 30 minutes of your time to complain about a boyfriend or to complain about her sister or to complain about her cousin? Do you guys ever take those phone calls?
I already got rid of those friends.
Okay, good.
I
good.
already got rid of those friends.
These are my only friends.
Oh, these are your only friends?
I like that one.
All right, cool. I like that. Yeah,
I mean, we'll send a text about
Yeah.
our personal lives and we get to each other when we can.
I've been, I love my team, and I learned that to get rid of, rid of the people who waste my time, and it's a matter of who are you surrounded.
Right. Exactly. What do you think on that, Jennifer?
That's a funny comment. Sorry, I'm laughing at what Dina.
What'd she
Santos
say?
just said. I don't have problems with personal calls. My phone stays dry.
Hey, Dina, your
That's
phone's
the way
dry
to go.
AF. I'm gonna start texting you right now. I'm gonna
that-
text
that
you
was
so it's
funny.
not dry anymore.
I think for me, I have seasons, right? So like in my coaching program, I do teach time management, and
Mhm.
I'm very meticulous on like the hour by hour. But over the years, especially right now, I'm in a season where I'm kind of really taking it slow. So I have become a lot more habitual versus more strict on my time. So like, cause when I was a married woman, right, it was like dinner had to be done. Like my dinner was always from 4 to 5. I was making dinner. I was serving it by 6, right?
Yeah.
I knew I had like, I pick up kids, drop off kids, right? Especially when you're active in that. Like I had to be very strict with everything I was doing because there was so much on me.
Yep.
Now that I'm in a different season, I'm actually just more habitual. So I know every evening, I'm doing this. Every Monday morning, I do that. And as long as I keep it things like that, I'm
Yeah.
always pretty organized with my time.
Okay.
Because there's times that I don't want to have a calendar.
Yeah.
Like I just don't. I'm in the season where I put in the work.
Well,
I've done this for a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
John
So-
Maxwell, which is a person that writes a lot of leadership books. If you guys don't know who John Maxwell is, he said that his calendar is booked for the whole year. Like, so he books it a year out. That's a
Yeah.
little intense.
That's
But
intense. Yeah.
one of the things I used to ask at the seminars is, how many of you go to the gym? And I'll ask this question. Everybody here goes to the gym? Yeah.
I have
All right,
a.
don't lie if you don't. I mean,
I have a personal trainer. So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you,
Treadmill in my basement?
yeah. So then the next question I would ask everybody always raise their hand because they don't want to look like the only one not going to the gym, right? Like, oh no, I'm going. Yeah. Well, okay.
I
So
have
the next question.
membership, but
Exactly. Yeah.
okay, go
So the
ahead.
next question I would ask is, what days of the week do you go? And I would point someone out, and this is their answer every single time. It depends. No, it's not depends. You don't have it scheduled. You don't go to the gym. You think about going to the gym. You got a membership to go to the gym, but you're not going to the gym because you don't even know what days you go. Like
Mhm.
it's not scheduled. If it's important to you, it's
It's
scheduled.
scheduled. And that's why for me, because I had women always complaining about their weight or something. I'm like, hire a trainer. Like, just hire a trainer
Yeah.
already, because then you know you'll be there at
Oh, you'll
Tuesday
be
at
there.
6 a.m. because you're paying that person. Go to that class, pay for that class, because you know you'll be at the boxing class and I'm talking for myself. I used to have a run group just so it could force me to run.
Mhm.
So like I knew people were waiting me to run. I was like, oh, this is how I forced myself accountability.
Yeah.
That's how I forced myself to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I like that. I like you're honest too. I know you're like, yeah, I have the membership.
Yeah,
It's
I
there.
mean, I see the bill every
Yeah,
month,
yeah.
You know, and every time I see they charge me, I'm like, damn, I need to
You're
go.
like, one day I'm going. Yeah, I know. I
Telling
get it.
you, get a
So
trainer.
here's a statement that might be a little too brutal, but when I used to do email campaigns, I I sent this email out, and the headline was, procrastination is like masturbation. At the end of the day, you're only screwing yourself. And how many people do you know, including yourselves, that is a procrastinator? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. When are you going to do it? Because the only person you're really screwing is yourself. You don't do it, don't do it. But it don't matter to anybody else in the world but you, because it's your goal. It's what you said you're gonna do. When are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it?
I do it every time it's in my mind. When I think about it, I move with
No, I
action.
know this girl,
No, I
man.
do.
I watch her videos.
Like,
She's
I
like content creator
Whatever
like
I
me.
think about, I text them, hey ladies, I got this idea. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Mhm. No,
I
you
don't
are a
stop.
woman of action. I do like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, she definitely is. So like as soon as I told her about this pod, she didn't even think about, I'm gonna have this girl come in too. I'm like, hey, whatever. Yeah. The more people, perfect. But like you didn't even hesitate. You already made the flyer, you already created the content, you wrote the thing. That is a girl that's ambitious. I like it. She's not a procrastinator. What'd you say? What
And
about
I'm a
you?
big risk taker too.
There's a you like this quote, taking a risk is a moment, not taking risks is a lifestyle. So what's the point? You're gonna die soon, so you might as well
Right.
live it up right now.
I just purchased. I told her I had purchased some fancy clothes, like Arabic style for belly dancing. I'm like, you know what? Before I die, I want to know that I tried at least everything.
So
that
you're
I
trying to
wanna
be a
do.
belly dancer.
I'll do whatever I gotta do.
Mhm.
All right,
That
are you
makes
doing
me
that?
happy.
Are you putting that as content?
Yes.
Oh, you guys see that? Are they gonna be watching soon?
That's cute.
I
Yeah.
feel like it'll bring out more feminine in me too, because dancing is a feeling too. How you feel with the music, how you flow with it. It's
Mm.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
Mhm.
So one of the Amber said, definitely if you're on time, you're late, be punctual. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is I think when people know that you're a type of person that's very time serious, they won't try to waste it. But you also have to hold them accountable when they do try to waste it, because they will, right? So like I definitely, anybody that's late for phone calls, late for meetings, I don't accept it, right? And April, I don't accept that you're not here. But anyways, because you should have been here, April. I know I have to call her out. She's not on the pod right now. Oh yeah, she is. Yeah. Yeah, no, she was watching. Yeah. But anyways, no, like for me,
She knew you were gonna say.
I've worked, yeah. When I've worked with clients, like one of my biggest challenges why I always had like an assistant or somebody talk to them, because they waste a lot of time. I'd rather just pay someone to waste their time, talk to her. And a lot of times, and Jennifer knows this, when you have clients and you have people that are your client, when it comes to coaching, consulting, they want to tell you their whole life. They want to tell you everything that's going on in their life, not just their business, because now they consider you an influencer, a leader of them. So they want to tell you everything. So you got to learn how to cut off the conversation.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. When I do notaries, I try to cut it real short and
Yeah.
simple. And it's not because I don't want to hear about what they have to say, but I have another notary or another phone call or something else to do. And some people do want to express, but the only way I will talk to a client and get to know them is when they want to know more about my services. Then I'm like, okay, well, what do you do? Because I would like to know about your services.
Mhm.
So it's important to also engage with the client. So it just depends on where the conversation is leading when you exchange information.
100%, 100%. Anybody else have anything to add to that or any other time management? Like I did a video before about time management. Like you should have a charger for a charger for a charger. Okay. Like my man over here, not only does he have chargers, right? I love it. He got the bank, right? The power bank. He's probably got one in his car, the lighter, right? This man knows he's never wants to be out of power. That's the kind of guy I like to work with because every business owner, my phone's dead. You a grown adult. What do you mean your phone's dead or your phone's dying? Your phone should be completely charged, right? So like I made the mistake today. Like I was charging it and I forgot to keep it on the charger. So mine was low today. But like I have a charger for a charger for a charger. I got one of those. I got plugs in my car, plugs in my house, plugs in case I forget a plug, right? That's a time management tip because it's going to happen at some point where your phone's going to die. So you need one of those just in
I
case.
always have a charger, but today it was dead.
Yeah, today was dead. Yeah. What other things do you guys think about when it comes to time management that you guys do? Or do you guys really suck at time?
Today in the morning that she had a client in her office and I was handling another client for her.
Mhm.
He was trying to waste our time. And
As
I went
always.
in there,
And
lectured him and
in
told
the
him.
second client, he came late too.
Yeah.
So, and then I had another client, and I'm like,
They mess with one messes up your whole time.
One can mess up everybody's
yes,
time.
and that one was messing our time.
Yep.
Well, he didn't end up doing nothing just to mess our time.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think at the end of the day, what I hate is when people think their time is more valuable than mine. And they think it is. Like everybody, like you guys all go through this, where people think like, well, I'm important. Are you? Because you're wasting my damn time. And one thing I will not allow you to do is you could waste it once because I didn't know that what you were going to do that. But then I'm going to hold you accountable to that. And if you still don't do what you're supposed to do, then I'm just going to stop messing with that person because they're just going to eventually at some point be a pain in the ass and
and then
ruin
we
it.
had another one too.
Yeah, so I told them like we do appointments. No, you can't stop by because
Mhm.
she's like, I'll stop by later. I'm like, I'm not gonna be here later. So
Right. Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, I
so-
like that.
I mean, for me, I'm like, you have 1 hour, and
Yeah.
if you're 30 minutes late, you have 30 minutes, and if
Yeah.
you can get it done in 30 minutes, then we can do it. And if we can't, you're gonna have to reschedule or cut your wedding short or whatever it is.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
charge extra
I-
for the.
Or yeah, we can
Charge extra.
as
I
well.
think another thing is being okay with saying no to people.
Please
right?
do. I
And,
just told you
and
that
not
when we were
even
at
in
the
business and
Ariano's.
personal life. Like if I want to hang out with you, I must really like you, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm willing to hang out with you and give my time to you. But if I don't, I
Yeah.
won't. And I'm okay with saying no, I'm not interested.
Yeah, if you're hanging out with me and there's no payment involved, I gotta really like you. But if we hanging out, well,
Exactly. Are
I
you
gotta really
paying
like
me to hang
you.
out with
Pay
me?
me? Okay, you pay me. Like yeah, like if my friends want to hang out because they usually are wasting my time, they're like, I'll buy the drinks, I'll buy the food. Now we're talking. Now you have my interest because at this point I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my damn time.
Say something right
What? Did I sound like your ex? Don't say
No,
it.
you sound like a woman right now.
Oh yeah. Hey, at the end of the day, I think I think sometimes like I start to come off with I start taking some of your guys' secrets and trades. I don't like yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, because I don't want to be my time wasted.
To say no.
Yeah, say no. That's the hardest thing for business owners.
That's even in personal life.
Yeah.
Or have you ever hang out with someone, right? And you just don't want to cut them off because you feel like, okay, there's still some type of friendship going on there. A girl, of course.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, you
Okay.
hang out and
It's a
you're
benefit.
talking, but you feel when they respond to you, they're talking about something else. You feel like you just don't relate anymore.
Yeah, you
So I
outgrow
feel
them.
so, yeah, and I
Yeah, they
feel
waste your
so
time.
out of pocket right there.
No, that's not. That's like I'm glad that you're bold enough to do that. Like once you know this person doesn't serve any purpose in your life, you gotta cut them off because they're gonna drag you down with
Yeah, I
them.
feel
They
the- I
want
felt
they're gonna
the
drag you. Yeah, I went out with a friend one time and we only hung out for an hour, and at the end I was so depressed and so like
Yes,
I was like so
you feel
drained.
Yeah.
I had to take a nap. I was like, yo, this dude depressed the crap out of me.
Oh, man.
Dina Santos says phone dying on any grown adult is such a pet peeve. A business person who has this problem consistently is not someone I can respect or even trust. I agree with that. She's pretty bold. Dina, you definitely got to be on the podcast soon because I know she's got some real deal. Holy, feel like she's really going to say what's on her mind. I like it. So, but like at the end, like again, forget about that. Like family inviting you to everything, friends inviting you to everything. Okay, I forgot. I was going to tell them we only have 3 minutes. So we have 1 minute left. Anything that you guys would like to add to the pod before we end? It could be about anything. We'll start with Jennifer. Your last take, your last bit of advice to an entrepreneur.
My last bit of advice, honestly, is take it easy. Like sometimes we
Slow down.
overwork ourselves and slow down. Yeah. And look for me at Wise Jennifer Sanchez.
Jennifer Sanchez, but I don't want to forget her point too. Her point was be able to say no. I love that. Okay, go ahead. Next. Oh no.
I think don't give up on your dreams, even that you see your destination far away.
Yeah.
I would say, our goal is like getting into the highway. As long as you get into the highway, you have just to keep going.
Right. So we're gonna just so I don't forget this. We're gonna give away 2 things. We're not gonna do it live, but we're definitely gonna go back and whoever was the most engaged, whoever shared it, whoever commented the most, you're gonna win a gift. Probably. What are you guys giving away? Besides the piñata with all the girly stuff in there.
Free wedding.
Free wedding.
Oh, wow.
Well, you're gonna pay for the whole wedding, like $15K.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Whoa,
Free
whoa.
wedding ceremony.
Oh, free wedding ceremony.
Oh,
Okay,
free wedding
okay,
ceremony.
got
Okay,
you. Okay,
that's cool.
so we're gonna go back in the comments and do that. Anything else you'd like to add? One bit of advice, something that you had to go
Just
through.
Don't let anyone get in your way or bring you down,
Yeah, including a man,
including a man.
specifically a man. I
Give
guaranteed I'm. Oh, sorry. Definitely a man. Too many women that I meet,
But
man.
if you want to
Come
marry
on.
that man, you're
Yeah.
looking at Chicago's best. So
Yeah,
give us
yeah.
a call.
Yeah, if you guys want to get married or divorced,
Or
these 3
divorce.
ladies can help you right now. Hopefully it's not divorce, but if it is, let's make some money on that. All right, so what is that in real estate? In real estate investing, is that death, divorce, disease? You've never heard that before?
I'm not an agent.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but like for investing, you're looking for death, disease, divorce.
Oh, pre-foreclosures.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we're looking for divorces. We're looking for death.
Death
Yeah,
and
yeah,
disease.
got you.
Yeah, sickos.
All
right, so-
what are we talking about here?
All right,
Don't
what's your
ask me
last
what I
bit of
like the
advice?
most.
My last bit of advice, I had to write it down just to think it through. So invest in yourself for freedom, or you will be working for the rest of your life.
All right, perfect. All right, guys, I appreciate the ladies for being on the pod. This is Joe De La Torre with Fuck Around and Find Out, No BS Entrepreneur podcast. We should definitely do this again. But what I will, the last bit of advice I could say to you all, it's like my biggest pet peeve. Stop associating with people that drag you down, that are not doing anything in your life. If this person is not helping you elevate, get rid of them. And that could be family, friends, boyfriends, whatever. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all commenting. See you next time.